All right, Jeremy, you're out here. Miles Jury, you guys have gone back a ways now, years.
Yeah.
You guys are still tight, though. It's still a pretty tight-knit squad. Talk to me about your relationship with him and just through the years, man. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, man. It all started, I was out in Florida training with Hermes Franca. He's like, hey, I know this kid, book his flight. And I had like my laptop computer and I looked at it and I was like, Detroit, Michigan. Oh, I was like, shut the computer. And then like later on, I was like thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Invest in yourself, like give it a shot. It's like, what could really happen? It's going to be an experience. So I opened it back up, booked his flight. He came through like the next day, baby faced, and most disciplined kid I've ever seen. And I remember like meeting him and training with him. I was like, man, this kid's fucking good. And he just had the hunger. He was just a driven kid, humble, sleep on the couch. I'd be like, hey man, I'll get you a Subway. And he'd be like, no. And I was like, no, I'll get a Subway. He's like, oh, I'll just get the $5 sandwich with a cup of water. He never ordered like nothing. The most disciplined kid I ever known, and he was always just grateful to be there. I'd be like, hey Miles, make me a shake, So he went from that guy to fucking really just, making a good career for himself. And I feel like, these past few fights, he's really returning to the octagon. He's excited. He's had his baby and stuff like that. So I feel like he's in a really good spot and he's going to put on a great performance. And the relationship, man, with Miles, man, he's had my back like a brother. I just say that. He's my little bro.
And I know before your last fight or before your scheduled fight, you and Dom Cruz kind of shared some Instagram posts too, and a similar thing, right? And
yeah.
In today's age, it's you see fighters switch camps all the time. You see them, I'm going to try new looks here.
Yeah.
Is there something to be said though for having that core? Those guys that really have seen you grow and have been through the tough times and having your back like that.
Yeah, it's I'm happy with where I'm at. I have it within myself to be the best. I had to look back and be like, should I move or do this or do that? And it's like, no, I have to go within. It's within me to I built myself up from Iowa, some kid just fighting in the bars, signing up to fight to, world-class fighter for over a decade now. I've been putting fucking dudes out since I've been 16. This has been years in the game. There's a reason why UFC still has me with most losses or not. Motherfuckers tune in to watch me fight and I bring it every time. It's a lot of like decisions if I do fucking lose, So, it's been fun.
Yeah.
I'd say that.
As the ambulance drives by.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, let's talk about you a little bit. You were scheduled to fight not too long ago, and obviously the fight got canceled the day of weigh-ins, and there was a lot of talk afterwards, a lot of controversy, things like that. From your perspective, when you look back on the incident, the weigh-ins with Drakkar, everything, I mean, how do you kind of view it? What's kind of your take? Do you wish that it didn't happen? Do you have any regrets about the whole thing? Like, what's your take on that incident?
It's just an experience, It was like I got paid a little bit of money just to go weigh in, and I showed up. He didn't, I never thought like a push would go this far. I didn't think he was like gonna act like that, respond like that, and kind of treat, come at the UFC like that and make it like a whole spectacle. From what I heard, I feel like Dana had my back, the company had my back. I missed out on an opportunity to go in there and perform. All levels, I can look at it transparently. I'm very like totally cool with exactly what I did. I'm a fighter. I'm primal in those moments, like come up or not, hands behind your back and put your nose to nose with me. You broke conduct first. I didn't come up to you. And if you watch a video, he's cutting off the ring. I could see it in his eyes. He's like wants to come at me. And like days before that, we're at UFC PI. Hey, what's up? His wife or girlfriend, fiance was like, hey, what's up? His whole team, all cool. But I could just see he was kind of getting crazy in there, and he's kind of cutting off. And as like I get closer, he still kind of continues and gets close. And it was just a primal instinct just to shove that motherfucker back. And do I wish I would have went in there and highlighted? I mean, what do you think I was going to do? I was going to fucking try to concuss him on Saturday. I mean, you know how I get down. And he didn't show up. That's that. Got a call from the UFC and, we get another fight, move on. And what can I say is it's just an experience.
And I know obviously he ended up coming out and saying, I got a concussion, I got whiplash, all that stuff. Do you feel bad at all for what happened to him? Or is it just, like you said, kind of part of the...
I don't know what's going on with him. He got knocked out pretty bad the fight before. If UFC wasn't covering his coverage, that's not the way to go about it. Reach out, call the fucking medicals if you're really hurt. I don't feel like I caused the concussion. If he just wasn't ready. I came too hungry. You watch his interview. he's training in camps and always dealing with these injuries, and it's like a bunch of fucking excuses and bullshit. You watch my interview, you know, it's like talking about my mom. I'm coming here hungry. I ain't fought in a year. I've been fucking on this losing streak. I'm coming to eat. Like, I'm gonna fucking eat you up. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna concuss you. I feel like my presence and the primal boom pushed him. The salt in his eyes, bro. Like, right then and there, I knew. Like, from a fighter and a man to man, when you get face to face with somebody, like, you just fucking know. Like, I got you. And he didn't show up. You know, he didn't show up. I felt like I just came too hungry, too primal.
Do you feel like that's a fight you owe him down the line at all? Would you like to?
The fight I won. I got paid a little bit of money. I feel like I won. I showed up. He didn't. He was claiming like, oh, I'm gonna do this, do that. You know, it's like crying. It's like, bro, you should have just showed up and fought. But he didn't. You know, I don't have any ill will towards Jafar or anybody in his crew. I moved on. I'm at peace with myself. I'm very happy the way that I showed up, primally ready to fucking fight. You know, Dana says that I'm a savage. I'm there to fight, and you can just tell, like, again, by my interview, I showed up hungry. You know, I conquered. I won.
And you have a fight. You did get rebooked pretty quickly here in July. Mateusz Gamrot, a really tough guy. Maybe he's not as big of a name in the U.S. yet, but he did great things over in Poland. And talk to me about this matchup. Was this one that excited you? It seems on paper it'll be pretty action-packed, one for the fans to enjoy.
I think it's a tougher matchup for me, honestly, than Jafar. So I think Gamrot's a very good dude. He's a MMA guy. He's a striker, but he's a wrestler at heart. Wants to take you down, decision you out. You know, but he's game. He's very game, and I like that because I want something that's going to wake me up every day. It says, get the fuck after it. You got a young, hungry kid who's wanting everything that you've been earning for these past few years, you know, and the hunger's still there, bro. You know, the thing that I really don't like, I wouldn't say that I regret. The thing that happened was like that night that I was supposed to fight, and I'm watching like my teammate fight, and I'm watching everybody fight. I could just feel it in my body. And I was like, man, my soul wants a fucking win. I don't want the money. The money's for my family, my future, and my investments for everything, life after fighting. I just want the fucking win. The win, bro. Yeah. That's it. And I fight to win. Win. So coming in, Gamrot, guess what? I don't give a fuck who he is, whatever he does. I'm coming to win, regardless. That's it.
And it's been a few fights since you've gotten that win. I know you just kind of talked about your fighting style.
Smell it, bro. I'm hungry for it. I want the win.
You talk about your fighting style and how they've kept you around for a reason and what you bring to the cage. I think fans know at this point what you bring to the cage. But a big part of that last fight buildup was that you had reinvented yourself. You'd gotten your life back on track. Do you feel like that's continued despite the cancellation? Like that this is going to still be a culmination of all that? You're still on track to get that W finally?
Yeah, I didn't let it break me down. You know, I'm still sober to this day and still digging within myself. Like I said, you know, I didn't move camps. I didn't go anywhere. I went within my own mind, my own soul. Part of like a healing process. Everything I was running from, insecurities as a man, like I'm facing it. I'm having these experiences, and you know, I'm still fucking primal. I still feel like I'm right in my prime. I'm stronger than ever. I get to move up in weight class and actually feel good and not kill myself in weight. I get to go there and I still got the skills to pay the bills, you know, and it's not that I want to go in there and perform. I want to go in there and win. And I just feel in a really good place mentally, physically. I feel like I'm even looking better. You know, the no alcohol, it's opened up a lot of things for me. I've really faced my demons. I've been alone. I'm not scared to be alone no more. I've really sat with myself and dealt with a lot of fears, facing those things, and more mental. And it's just really helped ripple effect in the outside of my life. Everything's just more in abundance. Like I'm happier. I'm more energized in the room. Like I'm more able to express myself, open up to people, help people, outward focus, and all this work that I'm doing is really ripple effect into abundance of everything that I've really set my heart out to do. And there's no fucking distractions. It's just all enlightenment to myself, and it's been blessings.
And obviously, listening to you speak, you seem like you're in a very great place. The situation that you're in right now, just coming off of a couple of losses, do you feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because they keep you around because they know what you bring to the table, and you've only lost to top guys. On the other side, do you feel like it's a pressure situation? Like I gotta sneak a win in here, like for sure, or eventually this is the rope that the UFC gives me is kind of run out.
your ass is always on the line when you sign with UFC, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I'm not scared of. I welcome that shit. I love when my ass is on the line, because every time you ever see my ass really on the line, I've had the fucking most beautiful performances, like the Dennis Bermudez, the fucking highlights, bro. I know I can knock you out. I've been knowing it since I've been like in 5th grade. I can knock people out. Just going in there, using my mind, not fighting with my heart, but fighting with my mind. And the way I fight is action-packed. I don't have to be something I'm not. And you know when you sign that dotted line, you can get knocked out, you can get your arm broken, you can get fucking cut from the UFC. Your ass is always on the line. And that's why this game is around. That's why I'm still around. It's because I'm able to accept that darkness, that ugly side, and smile and show people like that doesn't have to be the outcome. It may be dark, it may be ugly, it may be gritty, but boom, it's like a bow and arrow, bro. Just fucking travel out to somewhere where everybody thought that you couldn't do. Like, fuck, motherfucker actually hit a target. We thought he was being pulled back all this time. Thought he was getting slow. Hey, think what you want. Think that like, oh, he's lost and he's getting older. He's blah blah blah. That's just unnecessary noise that I don't even fucking listen to, because I love it. I'm like, yeah, doubt me. Go ahead, doubt me, because I'm gonna fucking prove you wrong, and I'm gonna do it very nasty, like with a highlight reel KO with a shin upside your head, a knee upside your head, an uppercut from hell, and then boom, everybody's talking about, oh man, he's back in the mix, and that's where I'm at home by myself playing Linkin Park, just jumping around my fucking house, just like, whoa, yeah, baby, just visualizing the win. I've already won, I've already felt it, and I just can't wait to go in there and get that win, because it gives me goosebumps just talking about it, so I know it's gonna happen.
All right, last question. When you visualize it, if I'm a fan and I sit down on the couch to watch this one, what am I going to see go down between you two when you picture it in your head?
You're going to see something fucking nasty, and you're going to jump up off your couch and be like, that motherfucker said he was going to do it, and he did it. And you're going to have a big smile on your face, bigger than the one you have now, and you're going to be clapping, and you're probably going to reach out to my boys, like, tell them good job.